Hi guys, got a minute? It's Maria. Today I'm going to share with you the recipe for one of my most requested cookies. All of my family and friends think that these chocolate chip cookies are absolutely delicious. Let's get started. First we're going to start off with creaming the butter and the sugar together. So we need 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, at room temperature. And we're going to use 1.5 cups of dark brown sugar. Now I don't like to have the butter be too soft because the cookies will flatten. I like my cookies a little bit more rounded. More shape to it, and I like to make them small as well. I usually do this recipe by hand. I don't use a hand mixer. You could do this with a fork, but I like using this tool here. When it's all nicely combined, we're going to add 2 eggs. We're going to beat them in one at a time. Now we add in a teaspoon of vanilla, okay, now we stir together all the dry ingredients. I've started here with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, so that's half, and this is 1/4. And we need a teaspoon of baking soda. We stir that all together. And we're going to add it. We're going to add our dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. Now we're going to stir in our semi-sweet chocolate chips. You need about 2 cups. I'm going to use 1.5 bags. I like to have more in there. And this is optional, but I like to stir in about 1.5 cups of chopped walnuts. Now we're ready to place them on our cookie sheets. Now you can either grease your cookie sheets and add the batter directly onto the cookie sheets, but I like to use parchment paper. It just makes the cleanup so much easier and you're assured that it doesn't stick. And I like to use, you can use a teaspoon, a tablespoon, you can make the cookies as big as or small as you want. I like to use a little melon scooper. And then we just place them on the cookie sheet. They will rise a little bit or spread a little bit, so you should place them about, an inch or so apart. I'm preheating the oven to 350. Okay, they're ready to go in the oven. You can bake them for 10 to 15 minutes. I do mine for only 9 minutes because I make them smaller, and because I'm using a convection oven, they tend to get done quicker. We've taken them out of the oven. Now that my chocolate chippers have cooled, I'll show you how I get them ready to store. So you can either store them in a container for a couple of days and eat them fresh, or what I like to do is put them in a container and then freeze them. And then you can take out as many as you need, whenever you need to, and they're good in there for at least 3 months. And I'll show you what they look like. They're still a little gooey because even though they've cooled, the chocolate takes a long time to harden. They are delicious. And then separate them with wax paper. And I'll put another sheet of wax paper. Once it's full, I'll close it up, seal it, and then I will put it in a plastic bag, sometimes 2 plastic bags, just to keep it even more airtight, and then I'll throw it in my freezer.